we've got a watershed pond that's a little over 3 acres, and we've got about a 40-acre watershed. So when it rains, we're in good shape. Of course, when it doesn't, we're in a mess. And we have a series of above-ground pools here that we hold fish in once they're ready to go someplace else.
Are those, is that in the ground or just, or commercial tanks?
Commercial tanks.
Are they hard-sided? Those
Holding
those
tanks.
10 holding tanks?
Or swimming pools.
Oh, wow.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. And 2 of them are cut aparts from oil field tanks that have liners in.
Yeah.
Okay. And then over here, you can't see them in this photograph. We have 4 quarter-acre fingerling ponds, and then here we have. This has been enlarged, so all these 3 are fingerling ponds also. This one is the one that we usually keep the fish in that are ready to sell but not ready to go to the tanks. And this one happens to be our grow out. And it happens to be our grow out because when we were moving fish around, that's where they ended up. Okay? The only thing that makes that one any different than the others is that Kurt has hooked up a couple of belt feeders to it, so we feed them 12 hours a day. So, yeah, and they got their IRA going. Can I go ahead and advance the slide for me? So, what do we do here? Well, we've got a strategy, like everybody does, and I don't recall if I saw this in Koi USA, in Koi Nations, or Rinco. But there was an interview with one of the big farms over in Japan, and the guy says, you know, this isn't rocket science. Okay, and essentially, there's about 4 things that I think everybody does. The first thing is that you want to figure out what you want your fish to look like. Okay. I've got a couple fish here from this is going to be a long day. And I've got a couple thumbnails here that I got off Joel Burkhardt's site for Sakai fish. Okay. One of the things that I definitely want, we both want, is we want big fish. And if they're not big now, we want them to have the capability to get there in a reasonable amount of time. I don't want to have Matsunoski type fish because I'm not convinced that when those fish are 8 or 9 years old that they're going to look like much. Okay, it's been my experience growing other kinds of fish that the faster they grow, the faster they go downhill. And I don't want to do that. Okay. I don't like the chubby protuberances up here on the cheeks. That's a me. That's all in the world that is. That's just a me. Okay? I want.
Can you point to those?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what you're
Well,
talking
you
about.
can't see them on these smaller fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you look at a lot of the big jumbo fish that go to shows, you will see that they have a very rounded face and they'll have a couple little puffy
It looks
cheeks.
like knots. Okay.
Yeah.
Knots?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want Cubdo purples. Does anybody buy fish from Sakai so that you get a Sakai catalog?
Oh, no.
You've never gotten a Sakai catalog?
No.
Okay. They're getting rid of it, but one of the things that they had a few years ago was that the fish had Cubdo purples.
Now, what is an opal?
The gill flap.
Oh.
So it's like going
Dished out.
in?
Dished out, yeah.
Oh, okay. No,
I just don't like it. Okay. Okay, so why Dainichi? Okay, they've got the body size, they got the conformation that they want, and I like larger patterns. There's another slide here that'll come up that'll show you what I mean about that. Okay? And you know, I can't afford to buy Sakai food fish, so we're gonna go with what we got. Okay?